Hello and welcome to another On Deck Baseball tutorial video. This video will be featuring the On Deck Baseball Pro Edition. That is the pro version of the game that features MLB's greatest teams from throughout history. And today we're going to be discussing the double play. The double play mechanic in this game really takes you onto the field and you have to go through the exchanges on the infield to accomplish a double play. It's not an automatic feat. It's one of the more special features of the game that I'm very proud of. And we're going to showcase this mechanic using the 1983 Baltimore team, which you see in front of you here. Got a pretty good defense here. Cal Ripken is a 4. Rich Dower at second base is a 4. Eddie Murray is a 3. The only weak link, if you want to call it that, is Todd Cruz. He's a -2 defender. We got Rick Dempsey behind the plate, who is a 4 defense. And we have El Presidente on the mound, Dennis Martinez, who is a 4 defender as well. On offense, we're going to be using the 1955 Brooklyn team that features Jim Gilliam, Pee Wee Reese, Duke Snider, Roy Campanella, Carl Furillo, Gil Hodges, Jackie Robinson, Don Zimmer, and on the mound, and hidden for himself, Don Newcomb, one of the few offensive pitcher cards that will hit for themselves. Both of these teams are featured in history's best of the best sets. The Baltimore team is history best of the best 2 set, and the 1955 Brooklyn team is history's best of the best 1 set. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into this mechanic and kind of go over a little bit. We're going to say that Jim Gilliam has already reached base on a single or a walk, an error, whatever you want to call it, and he will be the runner that will be advancing to second base that Baltimore will be trying to get out, turn into double play. Next up is going to be Pee Wee Reese, and what we're going to do is we're going to assume that Pee Wee Reese has already hit a ground ball on his matrix. We have 2 D10s here, but we're going to need 1 as we're going to be rolling on the ground ball column to see where Pee Wee Reese's ground ball is gone. So we're going to take 1 die, we're going to go ahead and roll that on the column, and he rolls a 6, which goes to the shortstop, Cal Ripken. So Cal Ripken is going to have the first turn and first attempt at a double play here. You'll notice that Ripken is a -4 on his defense. We're going to go ahead and take Jim Gilliam's card, and we're going to check his double play second and third on the first turn here for an out. So if Ripken being a 4 defender, we only have a 20% chance of achieving an advancement to second base. So we're going to go ahead and roll 1 die. We roll a 2. Gilliam is out at second base. On the turn, we're going to have Rich Dower, who is a -4. And we'll be rolling on Pee Wee Reese, who's an average speed, on his double play at first base. Dower is a 4, like I mentioned. We're going to roll 1 more die. Reese has a 30% chance of making it to first. He rolls a 5, and he does make it. So the double play is not successful. It will be going down as a fielder's choice as Reese reaches first base. Next up, we're going to go through it again with Duke Snider at the plate. Again, assuming that he has rolled a ground ball on his matrix. Now we're going to assume that is a ground ball with just a G, not a G+. A G+ is the advanced mode for On Deck Baseball Pro, and that is a ball that's hit in the gap with the fielder attempting to get the runner out at first, as it is the only play that is available to him. So again, we're going to be rolling 1 die on the ground ball column to see where the ball went. We'll roll a 7, which goes to the pitcher, El Presidente. Dennis Martinez is a 4, as we mentioned earlier on defense. We're going to go to Pee Wee Reese, and his 4 on the double play chart for second base gives him a 10% chance of making it to second base. So we need an 8 for him to be safe. We roll a 9. He does not get it. Pee Wee Reese is wiped out. And now over to first, trying to get Snider on that turn. Since Snider bats lefty, it will be Ripken. Ripken is a 4, as we mentioned earlier. And on the double play first chart, Snider has a 40% chance of beating out that play. We're going to roll again 1 die. We roll a 6, and the double play is successful. Duke Snider is out. So now we're going to go through it one more time. We're going to put Campy on at first. We'll say he reached on a walk. So now we have Roy Campanella on first base, and we're going to have Carl Furillo up at the plate. Once again, we're going to assume he rolled a regular G for a ground ball. We'll take our 1 die, roll it once. See where that ground ball goes, and it goes to Ripken over at short again. Ripken again is a 4 on Campanella's chart, heading over to second base. He needs an 8 to be safe there. He rolls a 10. Campanella is wiped out at second base. And on the turn, we have Rich Dower, who is a 4 as well, on Carl Furillo, who now has a 30% chance of reaching first base. We roll a 9, and Furillo is safe. So that will go down as a fielder's choice, as Baltimore couldn't complete the double play, and Furillo is on first. We'll go ahead and do one more since Furillo reached first. We're just going to bring up Gil Hodges. Recently became included in the Hall of Fame, rightfully so. And again, we're going to roll on the ground ball column. We roll a 5, and that goes to short again. Cal Ripken really turning them here. A 4 on Furillo nets us a 10% chance once again. We need that 8. We do not get it. Furillo is wiped out. Dower, a 4 over on Hodges. And we have a 30% chance of making it to first. We'll roll 1 die. We roll a 2. We do not get it. And the double play is complete. So as we go through most of the lineup, we're about 50-50 for double play chances. And that is the double play mechanic. Now, of course, when a ground ball is hit into the infield, you do have the choice as to whether or not you want to go for that double play. So if you have a 5 on first base on speed, you may choose to get the automatic out at first. Sometimes strategy does play a little bit into these games. Sometimes the automatic out is the best way to go if you're not in a close game. You just want to get some outs and make sure that you have an out going up on the scoreboard as opposed to possibly blowing a double play. So that is double play in On Deck Baseball Pro. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please remember to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. It all helps these videos gain some traction and get out there. And thank you for joining me.